From Morlocks to Warlocks, nerds are passionate about a lot of things, but there's one thing they love above all else, and that is correcting people. This is Actually. Joining us today, we have Brennan Lee Mulligan.
Hello.
Next to him, Siobhan Thompson.
Hi.
And Adam Conover.
Hi there.
Adam and Siobhan are returning.
Returning champion?
Did you win last time?
Let's just say I did. I'm a returning champion.
That's the white male spirit. I don't know if I won, but let's just say I did.
Hey, if I was there, it was a victory for everybody.
Well, Siobhan and Adam are returning to the game. Brennan, this will be your first time appearing on the game, but Brennan has been behind the scenes writing many questions for other episodes. This episode, he's written none of the questions, and will be surprised as anyone else as to what I'm about to ask.
Oh.
I have here a stack of false statements about franchises you love the most. When you hear what is wrong with it, it's up to you to buzz in and correct me. All corrections must be preceded with the phrase, actually, and you can interrupt me whenever you want, just like in real life. You've all done this before. How do you feel?
Feel
You had made a 5-course meal just before the camera started
I had a
rolling.
potato chip stuck in my throat. Now I'm ready to go.
That's
Let's do it.
the nerdiest thing that you could say just before going into a correction corner.
All right, let's play Actually. Our first question today is about tabletop games. In the tabletop game Warhammer, players command armies of miniatures representing different races or factions, including 4 distinct races of elves: high elves, blood elves, wood elves, and dark elves. Brennan,
Actually, I don't believe that wood elves are one of the elves in Warhammer.
you're incorrect.
Well, damn.
Siobhan,
Actually, blood elves are not elves in Warhammer.
that's correct. Blood elves are not elves in Warhammer. Can you tell me where they're from?
Somewhere else.
I'm still gonna give you a point, but what is it?
Actually, blood elves are from Warcraft.
That's correct.
Specifically, I think Warcraft 3. I think you could first be a blood elf in the expansion, The Frozen Throne.
I can't speak to the latter half of it, but yes, blood elves are from Warcraft.
It was probably true.
Yeah, what's up?
Actually, I fucking, they're the elves that are allied with the Horde, whereas the night elves are allied with the Alliance.
Yes.
You guys know so much about elves. Why'd you get the question wrong?
Siobhan raises a very good question.
I thought of it at the same time as she did. This show doesn't have the smartest people, but the people who get the questions wrong are the angriest at themselves. Oh, I should have known. I devoted hundreds of hours of my life to this when I was 14. What was the point of it if not this?
It's all been building to this.
Oh my god.
Our next question is about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The universe of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is populated by dozens of animal-human hybrids created by coming into contact with mutagenic ooze. This includes the turtles themselves, their allies like the mutated alligator Leatherhead, and enemies like the human fly hybrid Baxter Stockman. Adam.
Actually, Leatherhead was a crocodile?
No, he was an alligator. I thought about it.
That was a pretty good guess.
Yeah, Siobhan.
I feel like the fly guy did it to himself, and the ooze didn't happen to him. I think that he was a scientist that made himself turn into a half-fly.
It was like a Cronenberg thing.
Right.
It wasn't the ooze.
That's close enough that I'm gonna give it to you. That's correct. While the ooze, yeah, what's up?
Fuck!
Actually, Baxter Stockman did it to himself.
No, that's so unfair.
He's a scientist, it wasn't from the ooze.
He didn't do it to himself, but the main thing is that he did not mutate from ooze.
So which one of these assholes do you want to give the point to?
I mean, I'll give it to Brennan since he said actually. He stumbled his way into it wasn't the ooze, although he started with he did it to himself, which is not true.
This doesn't feel good. I just want to acknowledge that it doesn't feel good. I think we all know that this feels bad.
It's a dirty point. All right, we'll give that point to Brennan and we will move on.
I will never move on.
Hey. Our third question is about the Twilight Zone. One of the series' most famous episodes, The Monsters Are Due on Maple Street, doesn't actually feature monsters or paranormal creatures of any kind. The true monsters are the people of Maple Street giving into paranoid violence. Brennan.
Actually, that is the main thrust of the episode, but there are monsters in that episode?
That's correct. In the end, it's revealed that aliens have been manipulating electronic devices, and even though it is the paranoia that is the main concern, there's still aliens behind the whole thing, which weakens the allegory a little bit, right?
Yeah, it was
bit as
hard
well.
for me to answer that because the version you pitched was a superior
It's a better
episode.
version.
Better, much better.
Okay, we're moving on to our next question. In the Philip K. Dick novel Blade Runner, Rick Deckard uses a voice. Yes, Brennan.
Actually, the novel is Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?
That's correct.
God damn it, I pressed it.
Everyone's so furious.
I'm so intimately familiar with everything you've mentioned so far.
I'm sorry, Adam. You gotta be on that buzzer.
I saw Monsters on Maple Street as a child. I played Warhammer and Warcraft.
I didn't play Warhammer. My sister played Warhammer. I have very
I
tangential
painted the
knowledge.
figurines, man. I was down there with a little paintbrush.
What
and
army did you play?
Orcs, because it came with a box and I didn't have a lot of money.
Ah.
That was always the problem. I could never get into Warhammer because it was the same reason.
Oh, it's a racket.
It's
Yeah.
it's the same thing with Magic the Gathering. Was I was like, oh, I like Magic the Gathering, and then my friend got into it like 2 years after I did, and a week later had the best deck of that release, and suddenly I was just getting stomped.
Can't do it.
Well, this brings us to our very first shiny question. As you all know, shiny questions are just like shiny Pokemon. They're basically the same. They're worth the same amount. They're just a little different and a little bit rarer. This is a little game we're calling Yeah, but in the book. We're gonna look at the differences between books and movies. Comic book movies are so much more than just superheroes. In fact, all of the movies you see on the screen have been adapted from comics except for one. The first person to identify the one movie not adapted from a comic book will get the point. Adam.
Do I have to say actually?
You don't have to, but you can if you want.
Actually, Weird Science was not based on a comic.
That's incorrect. Weird Science is actually based on a comic book.
No,
Yeah.
John
Siobhan.
Hughes-
I'm
thought of
actually
himself.
The Fifth Element is not based on a comic book.
That's correct. The Fifth Element is the only movie up here that was not based on a comic book.
I actually watched that 2 days ago because
Really?
I'm cool.
I would
It's
watch The
great.
Fifth Element anytime it comes on.
I don't even know. I mean, Monkey
What, you wanna
Bone.
talk about Monkey Bone a bit?
Monkey Bone, yeah, like, Monkey Bone. First of all, the movie poster looks like a comic book, but
true.
also only a comic book writer would come up with a character that's stupid looking.
I feel like if you otherwise looked at all these movies, you'd be like, these movies have nothing in common. The thing in common is comic books. All right, that point goes to Siobhan. Where are we looking at right now? We got 3 for Brennan, 2 for Siobhan. Adam knew all the answers, but just has 0.
I'm as
Yeah.
baffled as you are. This has never happened to me before.
And that's it for this preview of Actually. If you liked it, there's a whole lot more waiting for you on Dropout. Go to dropout.tv to start your free trial today. I'm Mike Trapp, reminding you to get your pets spayed and neutered, and to get your zombie pets obliterated. Zombie pets. They're not the pets you loved anymore. They're gone. They're gone. Kill them. Kill them.
You're gonna see a grid of 20 dragons in front of you. The person who can name the most dragons will get the point.